Ashton.
I'm Katie Page.
Our film is called This Isn't Funny. It's about a guy and a guy called Jamie, a girl called Elliot, who are experts in self-sabotage and prolonged adolescence. She's a stand-up with chronic anxiety. He's a guy who is avoiding life by traveling and partying, and they accidentally meet when he rides his bicycle into the side of her car. She's a stand-up, so she jokes about it that night in a comedy club. He's there to see it, and so begins the relationship. And from there, everything's really good for a while, and then it all turns to
It is horrifying in certain parts.
There are horrifying moments, and there are very funny moments, very sad moments, and then they break up.
Spoiler alert, they kill each other at the end.
That was not true.
We lied.
From us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd been writing Don't Try This at Home, which was our web series, which was sort of it was just like obviously little quick 2 or 3 minute episodes, and they just picked some silly, a couple of things and just of daily life, and we made just kind of this cute thing about, learning about each other through living with each other. And along with that process of coming up with all the funny stuff that happens, there's a lot of stuff that comes up that's kind of more serious relationship-y stuff, life stuff, and you're doing it, all of a sudden you're not by yourself. You can't just go home and be alone. You have a partner. So all that stuff came up when we decided to write the script. We used a lot from our own relationship. We used a lot from our friends' relationships.
This is actually the first time we've seen each other since we wrapped, because the lawyers had to come in.
Stop it.
And
Paul was a diva.
oh yeah. I was.
A lot of ego on set.
Yeah.
Just Paul's.
But I was in charge, so who cares about anyone else?
Oh, that was charming.
Was it?
We had to write it very quickly.
Yeah. The first draft was written in 6 weeks. When Ian Kaizig called up and was like, "Hey, I'm doing a slate of
He's
micro
one of our
budgets,
producers.
one of our EPs." He called me up. Was like, "Do you have a completed script?" I said, "Yes, I do." He was like, "Oh, good. Can I read it?" I was like, "Well, it needs about 6. I've got to polish it in about 6 weeks. Can you wait 6 weeks?" He was like, "I can wait 6 weeks." So I went home to Katie and said, "Hey, we've got 6 weeks to write a movie." At the end of the day, although it wasn't always easy, I think that our styles complement each other in the sense that I write a lot of crap, and then Katie will come in and tell me when it's crap, and then I'll change it, and then it will be better.
Yeah, better crap.
Just
a little over a year.
Yeah, so it was a year, like March through to the following month, 18 months, I guess. From writing to having really the cut was March through to March, April, May,
Were you
June,
hoping for
16
kind of a
months.
really ridiculous, convoluted answer to that, or did you want us to just have a number that we already knew?
The short answer is,
Oh God.
we started
Yes,
writing it in
please.
March, we wrapped it late November, we finished the following June. If you want any more ridiculous, convoluted answers, you've come to the right place.
I hope that people laughed a little bit. I hope that they felt like they were sort of voyeurs on this kind of relationship that's unfolding on screen. I think a lot of people, especially people our age, some of the responses we've gotten is that it feels like their story of, being sort of late 20s, early 30s, not really knowing what's next, feeling like they should be fully formed adults and they're not quite there.
So if you're a bum, then this film is for you.
Hey, we're not bums.